Welcome to Hot Flash Chronicles, where midlife is messy, menopause is madness, and we're sweating through it together.
We're Angie and Shelly, two caffeine-fueled, slightly inappropriate grandmas who say what everyone's thinking.
So grab a drink, crank up the AC, and let's dive in. Angie.
Shelly.
We're on a wild and crazy Napa adventure.
Yes, we are. Thanks for noticing.
We're doing a location pod.
A location pod. We weren't sure that we could because we don't have all of our gear, but the one that we dropped yesterday sounded really good. So it didn't sound like the production value that we normally have with like all the proper stuff, but it was still great.
Damn close.
We got really good feedback on it. So, Shelly, what are we talking about today?
Well, I think we're going to do a little Napa-centric kind of love letter to Napa, shout out to some of the wonderful places we've seen, and maybe, just give some info to people who maybe want to consider how to do a vacation, what we feel is the right way to do a vacation.
The right way. So these are we did an episode about a month ago and we were talking about doing this trip, like how to do a girls trip. Why do we need them? Those kind of things. Sorry, my leg doesn't know where to go with this word table. But now that we are coming to an end of our vacay, what have we learned? What did we do right? What would we do differently? What are some of our takeaway moments? What were our favorite moments? What were the ones that was like, eek? Yeah. So I think highlight and also eek of the trip.
They can happen together.
She's having because she knows what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yesterday for Shelly's birthday. So we're recording this on Tuesday. It's going to drop on Friday, but we decided we wanted to record another pod here and we're leaving tomorrow night. So yesterday was Shelly's 60th birthday. Happy birthday, Shelly.
On that. We have some amazing Napa wine.
So. Hopefully you heard that. A beautiful wine here. I should take a sip. Hang on.
This is the last of the Lindevi.
The last of the Lindevi.
Christopher Lindevi.
That's a band name, I'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday for her 60th, we decided we were going to do a hot air balloon ride.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. If you're on any socials, you've got to go check out our videos that we've done because what an incredible, majestic, beautiful. I'm laughing because I know what we're about to talk about.
That's not
what an incredible experience. You're literally above the clouds watching the sunrise over the mountains. What could go wrong? Well, Shelly, take it away.
All right. So here's what could go wrong and maybe did. First of all, let's give you a little background on how this all unfolds. You get in a van and they take you.
They're like 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning because you're going to see the sunrise. It's going to be majestic. And you all get crammed into this van and you drive, for a few minutes. You get there, you unload it. They're like putting the balloons together. They're unraveling them. They're starting to blow them up. And
that was a beautiful process to watch.
It was really cool.
It was really cool to watch.
So we're standing there watching it and they're telling us about how they're going to divide up getting everybody onto the balloon. Because it's in these baskets.
So each of the baskets has 4 compartments plus the one for the pilot.
Right.
And each of the 4 compartments can hold 4 to 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 2 feet wide by maybe 5 feet long. Right?
Yeah, I'd say that's about
2 by 5. And it's about 3.5 feet, 4 feet tall. Probably 4 feet tall. Let's say 4 feet. I'll stand by that. I'll back that up. So something that was not disclosed ahead of time that I was not aware of is these baskets do not have doors. So
just think about that for a minute. They're 4 feet tall all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Wicker basket.
I'm 5'6".
Yep, I'm 5'3".
Hit me about there.
I've also been in a major car accident that rendered my hips almost useless in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So when I come to this discovery, he's like, "Oh, no worries. We've got a step ladder.
Okay,
you'll be fine."
Also, in our little compartment, there was 1, 2, 3, 5 in each basket or something like that. They decide that out of the whole balloon, Angie and I get to go first. They're going to let us go first.
Lucky us.
Shelly
goes first.
I go first. So I go
her
up the step ladder
birthday.
on my 60th birthday.
Oof.
I go up the step ladder and the edge of the basket. They tell you, and you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but they tell us.
Well, you can see it if you're watching this on.
Straddle. Here you are. Put the basket. I'll be the basket.
Straddle the wall of the basket.
Straddle the wall of the basket. I guess this is.
Watch the hand gestures. Settle down.
So I go.
So she climbs over.
And I'm sitting there. Okay, now here's what I should have done.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to here, I should have swung this leg.
He told you to swing a leg over.
By this and go down.
But Shelly, what did you do instead? Asking for a friend. What did Shelly do instead?
I went down like that.
Okay, if you're listening, she's straddling the wall of the basket, and she drops onto the foot that is on the inside of the basket. So now she's standing on one leg with the other leg standing
on the edge of the basket,
straight up in the air. She's basically doing vertical splits. Vertical split situation. I'm looking at her and she's stuck.
And I'm looking at everybody that's waiting to get onto the balloon.
I'm kicking myself for not recording it.
They can see me. I'm like hopping on my one foot. And I'm like, I said, I'm so ladylike. I yell out to the crowd.
So she's sitting there for at least 45 seconds, stuck in the vertical split.
Move my foot anymore. My heel is like hooked.
It has to go. Her foot has to go up to get over the little.
And I have no more up to give.
There's no
my maximum. So they come over and they basically like lift my foot up a half inch more, and then it goes right down.
I was thinking like jump, hop. I was also thinking I should be recording this. Like this is great content, but she might hurt me if I do. No. It was a lot. And I look at the guy who's been our guide so far, and I say, Nate, this isn't happening for me. I'm not getting in the
Now, to be fair, that's not the way you're supposed to do it.
And he goes, oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I believed him. Well, so Shelly gets in. And I want to say, I was so wildly impressed with the flexibility of this one, because she was literally standing in a vertical split for almost a full minute while 20 people watch in awe.
I didn't care.
In awe and fear.
There this old lady is with her leg up higher than her ear.
It was impressive. And I thought 0% chance I'm getting in this balloon. It's not happening. There's no way. And he goes, oh, it's okay. We got the step ladder. I'm like, great. So I get up, I straddle the wall. He says, swing your leg over. I said, my legs don't swing, Nate. That's what I was telling you. My hips are not like normal people's hips. I was injured in a car accident and they will never be the same. They don't move the same way as other people's hips.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, just swing your leg over. And I said, my legs don't swing. That's not how my legs. There's no swing in this leg. And he goes, oh, just lean all the way back and then your leg will just naturally go over the wall.
Really?
And I'm like, bro, how many people you got to spot me if I'm leaning all the way back on a 2-inch wicker wall in a hot air balloon? First of all, he's like, we got you. Somehow I got in. He had to push my leg over because my leg doesn't work that way. So I hop in. Everything's great. Awesome ride. Beautiful. We're up over the clouds.
It was beautiful.
We kind of came down low and our pilot looked a little startled, like, oh shit, we're going to land early unintentionally.
By the way, hold on. Before okay, so here's how hot air balloons work. The only thing your pilot has control over is going up and going down. Yep. That's it. Everything else is the wind takes you where it takes you. So
so he tells them which drop site he knows you're going to land at.
And they have different drop sites all over the valley. That's it. They can only go up or down. That's it.
Right. So we start going down pretty rapidly and we are at, I don't know, maybe 20 feet in the air. And a lady in the basket goes, oh, is the ride over already? And I'm glad you didn't see his face. He was panicking. He was like, nope. And he's like frantically pumping fire.
Trying to get it to raise up into the air. We dropped out of the air current is what happened.
Yeah. And then we went up very rapidly after that. It was pro. So 30 minutes later, we start our descent. And he's asking the people, hey, if I go to this zone, are there power lines over in this area? Because I think I'm going to land at this coordinate, blah, 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 blah. we're heading downward, and I'm like, we're landing on that house. We're landing on that roof. There's a roof 15 feet below us, and we're going down pretty quickly. He's throwing lines to people on the ground because he's told them the coordinates of where he's going to drop, because they have multiple drop zones. And our little guide, Nate, jumps a fence, which thank God he cleared it. Oh, my God. Because he was not a tall dude. And I was like, we were so impressed with him.
He was more bendy than me, apparently.
It was a lot.
He would have no problem getting into a hot air.
We didn't hit a house, but we hit a tree.
A little bit of a tree.
Sure did. We hit some branches. Again, pilot looks startled. He's been doing this for 30 years. And he goes, well, luck's on our side today. And I'm like, Chris, I didn't know there was luck. I didn't know that we were relying on luck, but here we are. Anyway, and now we've made a beautiful landing. Yeah, everything's lovely. Landing was great. Stuck the landing. Now it's time to get out.
Now, the balloon stuck the landing. Will we stick our landing?
There are little footholes in the side of the wicker.
The wicker basket that you can kind of climb.
Shelly got out really. Actually,
I redeemed myself.
She redeemed herself. It was very elegant, very graceful, very demure, very mindful.
It was much more less disturbing than my entry.
And I'm sitting here thinking, because I try the footholds, and my legs will only go into one of them. I cannot. Again, my legs don't bend like normal legs, and I can't get past the first foothold. And I'm thinking, I'm just gonna live in this basket. Like, I'm not. How are we going? Can you dump me out of it? Can you tip it over?
This is my final resting
Can you tip it over and I'll just crawl out? Like, is that an option? And he goes, oh, we'll put the step stool inside the basket. Great idea. Why didn't we do that? Why aren't there two? Also, they're like $30 at Walmart. Can I kick in for one of those? That'd be great. So he puts the little step ladder into the basket that has like 3 steps. I climb up. I'm now sitting on the edge of it, and he has to get the step ladder out to go on the other side.
And so I'm holding her. I'm spotting her from behind. I'm holding her butt.
I don't even know if I'm going to tell this part.
I'm holding her ass.
Yeah, she's behind, making sure I'm not going to fall.
I got you.
Well, okay. So you know how sometimes in your body things percolate, right? Things are percolating. It's now like 8 a.m. Shelly's standing at face level to my tuchus, holding me up. And I didn't want to tell her that for the last 45 minutes, I have had wind that needed to break. And she's pushing on my tuchus. And I wanted to turn and say, girlfriend, you're in the danger zone. Walk away. And I'm no longer so concerned about getting out of the hot air balloon with 19 people watching. What I'm concerned about is that I'm just going to let it rip in front of everyone onto Shelly's face and Nate.
Hold on. Everybody's watching.
Yeah, it was great.
Everybody.
So great.
There's 20 because they're waiting to get into their vans. So they're all
standing there watching 10 feet away. So he goes, oh, swing your leg. I was like, Nate, my legs still don't swing. That's not how I operate. And he was like, well, just lean back and we'll catch you and then you can swing your legs. And I'm thinking,
if you
0% chance I'm leaning back.
By the way, that's what every date I had before I was
McGee.
20 years old told me. Just lean back and your legs will go automatically up.
I'm thinking there's 0% chance that a Toots McGee situation won't happen. But I am working for my life there because I'm I'd rather fall out of this thing than break wind in front of everyone. I stuck the landing. I did it. No Toots McGee situations happened. I made it out. It took me probably 3 minutes.
They
at
clapped
least
for her.
I got applause, which I don't know if I should be offended or grateful.
Nice. They were I think they were being honestly supportive. They were she did it.
We go into the van. We ride the 20 minutes back. We sign the paperwork, pay the final fee, walk to the car. I get in the car. And
she lets it rip hard.
And Shelly's like, what? That has been percolating for an hour and a half.
It was not expected.
So that was our hot air balloon. But okay, the good points. Staff was lovely. The balloon ride itself was incredible. The views were amazing. very affordably priced. I
I
thought
think it was totally
Yeah.
worth it.
totally worth it. Would do it again. Things to note: there's no door. There's no
Dear
door,
God.
and maybe make sure that you don't have anything that could cause flatulence if you're going up.
Try
in a
to
balloon.
do a very degassing diet a couple
Right.
days before. Recognize that you may not be so elegant as you think you are, and that's okay.
I'm so wildly impressed with your bendability.
Thank you. There were other people that also, by the way, other people had little moments where
I didn't notice any of that because I was so
Nope.
horrified in the
no,
moment.
they did. There was like
I didn't
that-
see
there was a
anybody do
person
anything.
in our basket, a younger person who was quite young and fit, and they had problems getting over the top too. So
Well,
it
that's
wasn't
great
just
news.
us.
I was just so worried about
It
like
wasn't
redeeming
just us.
myself.
I was just the first person to make an ass of myself.
Then
Or follow.
we went to a beautiful little French bakery for lunch, and I had some sort of an allergic reaction to something in my niçoise salad. Broke out in rash all over my body. Couldn't find a pharmacy fast enough. Well, I did
Get
find it.
Benadryl.
Had to get Benadryl because I had dropped my EpiPen out of my purse here at the hotel, which was an hour and a half away. Never had this kind of an allergic reaction, but here we are in the middle of Napa, and Angie's
And we're
swelling.
And we're trying to get to our wine tasting, and now she's had an allergic reaction. And if we miss the wine tasting, they charge you a lot of money.
They do. Beautiful
so
wine tasting. We did make it on time.
We made
And the
it.
Benadryl did its job. It did everything right. My mast cells were great.
Small allergic reaction, near-death experience, Benadryl back on track, back on to the
swung
next
back to the
thing.
hotel, grabbed the EpiPen just in case.
Yeah, made it out to our wine tasting. Beautiful,
Beautiful.
lovely, Whitehall.
Whitehall Winery. That
Want
was
to give
lovely.
a shout out to Whitehall Winery. Beautiful place, lovely wines.
Then we went to Lip Lab.
Well, no. We had the best.
Oh, the hot dog.
So we're talking about these fancy wines, and there's a couple from Virginia who are talking about how they pair things with their different foods. And I'm like, what goes good with like barbecue? That's the level of class. I want to know what goes good with ribs. And he goes, oh, you know what this would go really good with? There's a gas station here in town that sells the best hot dog in the county.
At least the county.
In the county. And we're like, it's voted best hot dog. And we're like, and Angie's like, a gas station. And he's like, yeah. And he's going on and on about it. And she's thinking,
a gas station hot dog.
It's going to be the thing. All right. And I'm like, because I've had a wine tasting and I've had 4 different wines to taste, I'm game. I'm like, let's.
Shelly's all in. It's her birthday.
It's my
no
birthday.
holds barred, baby.
It's my birthday, and I'm like, I want this gas station hot dog like I've never wanted anything in my life. And so, really.
And when I tell you that this Kobe beef gas station hot dog slapped so hard, in the best way, I was shook. Shook. It was a Kobe beef on a steamed bun that a bakery specially makes this for
every morning
for this gas station.
Okay, first of all, this gas station, you guys,
it's
not 7-Eleven.
No, it's like
station.
Bougie, old timey. Looks like Route 66.
Route 66 remodeled. They've totally gentrified it. It's a fancy schmancy.
What does gentrified mean?
Upgraded, revitalized.
Oh, okay.
Like when you go into a part of town and you make it fancy again. So it's been gentrified. It is a very fancy. I think it was on Diners and Drive-In. Somebody said that.
Yes, somebody said that.
It was. And it was called like Kelly's Filling Station, and now it's called the
Honor Market.
Honor Market. So you guys, if you're in Napa, Honor Market, you want to go there.
I got an affogato
hot dog.
I got an affogato, which is different than an avocado. An avocado is
an espresso.
Espresso with ice cream in it.
They're known for their coffee, also for their very good coffee.
And because it was Shelly's birthday, because she was wearing a crown that said "birthday girl," she gave us some oatmeal raisin cookies that had been bathed by the hands of God in brown butter or something.
And brown sugar.
God, it had brown sugar and butter and coconut and spades. It was so good.
So I'm using air quotes if you're just listening. The gas station hot dog was
Yeah.
Winner chicken hot dog dinner. It was so good.
Kobe beef hot dog dinner.
It was, you guys, seriously, if you are there, Honor Market, you got to do it. It's like, we're trying to tell you some things if you're in Napa that you might not think about. And we're saying, do this thing.
Right.
This hot dog is a thing.
Then we went to the Lip Lab, which is somewhere where you can create custom lipsticks, lip glosses, lip balms that are shades catered to you. You get them engraved. You can name them. You can choose what flavor you want. Excuse me, things like that.
The finish on
the finish on the lipstick.
A satin.
If it's a gloss,
butter.
do you want gold shimmer or white shimmer or
yeah,
silver
they totally
shimmer?
let you customize it any way you want.
It's so cool. It took like an hour and a half. My God, that was fun.
It was super fun, and we got to put our own name for our lipstick color on there.
What were your names?
Mine was Leo Unleashed and Lush Leo.
And I did Don't Cage the Lion.
Yeah.
So just in honor of the Leo birthday trip. And then we went for a beautiful dinner at the...
Dockside?
No, it was...
Waterfront
Grill. It was seafood.
Grill.
We had a lobster roll and...
I had the halibut.
Halibut.
So that was also good. So we're telling you these things because they're good to do. But also what we're lining out here is a day that had some planned timed events. Like we had to schedule the balloon ride. We had to schedule the lip lap. But a lot of the things that we did, they just appeared. They happened. Like the Kobe hot dog, which is one of our favorite things that has happened so far. That was an unplanned, we'll do this. Now, the bakery was also an unplanned, we'll go to this. We didn't think she was going to get like an allergic reaction.
I've never had a reaction like that, by the way.
It was a really nice little bakery that I like. It's called Cousteau Bakery. It's in Heldsburg.
Maybe don't call out their name if we're saying that
Well, it's not.
Yeah, it was an allergic reaction.
Aren't going to have their food was fine.
And I don't know what it was that caused it because I've eaten everything that was in the
the place is lovely, and you can probably eat everything there without having any kind of allergic reaction. This one is special, but so we're calling out like the Cousteau Bakery in Heldsburg was lovely and amazing. Angie had a little incident. The Honor Market, like these are fabulous places. Those weren't really planned in, just little things we added in, but we like a vacation, and this is kind of what we're stressing, where there's some events are planned and we know some events are going to happen, but we like to have, maybe it's because we're Leos and we like to live on the edge a little. We like some things to just unfold.
Some spontaneity.
Some things.
Let the day unfold in front of you.
Recommendations from locals, people who tell you, hey, try Gott's Burgers, like try this thing.
So today we had, the only thing that we had on the agenda was a wine tasting at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
And it was from this lovely little winery. It's called Avenados. And we actually signed up for their wine club because it was so good. They took us back and showed us the whole process. But before we did that, it was like, let's get up, let's get showered. We can sleep in a little. And we went to the Huckleberry something. Huckleberry Cafe.
Huckleberry something for breakfast. And it was just like, hey, Angie, look up a breakfast place. So this whole day has unfolded. And the only thing that we knew we were doing was this wine tasting. And the wine tasting was, I would say, best wine tasting I've done stateside.
Yeah.
Because she really put a lot of attention into what we liked.
We were the only people there.
Yeah.
It's
very small.
It's a Tuesday, which is a slow day for these kinds of events. And
she took us back to all of the
where they barrel it.
She let us try some of the still in the cask, and I was like,
"Yeah, she got
this is amazing." She was so cool. Her name was Chanel.
So Chanel at Avenados. If you guys go to Napa and you want to do a special tasting, go there. Ask for her.
We signed up for their wine club, and we were the first people that she'd ever signed up.
And we're more like Angie's had a little bit of wine experience. She's been on a Bordeaux cruise. I've been to some wine tastings and stuff. I'm not a super wine snobby kind of person. I don't have a real specific tongue or a taste for it. I just like what I like. I don't have a lot of sophistication. I literally,
when it comes to wine, you are a very sophisticated person.
I'm just not, I've never been a real fancy wine drinker, and I just like what I like. So I'm not going to be snobby. I'm going to be willing to try stuff. And sometimes I might like something that a sophisticated wine drinker wouldn't like. But this is a newer winery. They work with a lot of local small, we're shouting them out. we're going to shout these guys out. Their approach, and they're newer. It's a husband-wife team. They're trying to get some stuff out in Napa that's not the same as what everybody else is doing. They're a newer winemaker. I think it's like 2015, I think she said, or they got here in 2010. This winery is opened in 2015. So they're really working a lot with local people who grow the grapes and stuff. So they're getting some of these really good, hard to get grapes that are actually produced here in California in the Napa Valley. So we want to give a big shout out to them because we were super impressed with their service and with her just attention to detail and how she explained it. She made it fun. She made it educational. She went way beyond what was on the tasting menu, and she got customers. So we were super
the
impressed.
first people she had ever personally signed up for the wine club, and she's worked there for multiple years.
Like she said it was a year. She said it had been a year.
I thought it had been a couple.
Yeah, maybe a couple, but this was the first this year.
Oh, okay.
She'd gotten it. Yeah.
But she'd never signed up anybody for the wine club. But we were like, this is like a no-brainer. Like everything we tasted, we were like, what? When I take a sip of something and I'm expecting that a Cab Sav is going to taste a certain way, and that first second it hits the tongue, you audibly say, wow. I did that with 4 out of the 5. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how it landed.
Yeah.
She then recommended where we went to lunch, which was Gott's Burgers, which you had been to before.
That's great.
An awesome burger. And then she recommended
Market. Go to the Oxbow Market. Gott's is right there. There's a fun market.
And then she recommended a place to go for drinks after we have dinner tonight, because we're going to a tapas place for dinner. So here's how we choose to operate. And, you can't travel with everyone, because some people are very agenda driven and they have to fill every second with something. That's not how I operate. And those kind of people do not like to travel with me, and I don't like to travel with them, because we're not going to align. Having a couple things where it's like, oh, we have to be at this place by 6, but the rest of the day is open. Perfect. So tomorrow we know that we are going to San Francisco. We're going to go to Bodine's for sourdough. We're going to go to Fisherman's Wharf. There was a tsunami warning about 30 minutes ago because there was an earthquake in Russia. Apparently, we just got a notification
tsunami. Yeah,
right before we hit record. So literally, like 3 minutes before we started recording this, we got a tsunami warning for all of the West
California
Coast.
and Oregon and Washington.
So that might determine how we do San Francisco tomorrow, because if there's a tsunami warning, we're not going to do that. But being flexible is important to both of us. We travel well together. We've had some really incredible talks, incredible chats. We've laughed so hard. And the days have just kind of unfolded. So we had those few little things that were planned appointments.
Like, here's the things we want to do, and the only way we can do them is if we schedule them. So, and it's good to have those on because you can plan your time around it. It gives you that definite, okay, if we have 3 hours, what do we want to do? I really prefer when I go somewhere, I really like to talk to local people and find out where they like to go for coffee, where their favorite bakery is. One of the unscheduled stops along the way was to go to Cliff Leedy, which is another winery kind of in the area we were in. And I was picking up a bottle of wine for a friend who has been a member of that winery and wanted a special bottle of wine you could only get in person. So that was a little side trip. And while I was in there getting it, that person it was slow, and they gave me a glass of wine of this very special, expensive wine while I was sitting there. We just chatted while Angie was in the car. I'm like,
I was in the car. She was like, I'm going to run in and grab a bottle of wine. Great.
And a glass of wine.
35 minutes later, I was like, what the hell is Shelly doing
But
there?
that guy was giving me some info on the place we're going for tapas, and he named the same bar that the gal did.
What's the name of it?
We wrote it down. It's written down on the thing.
We wrote it down. We'll let you know later.
Yeah, we'll get the name of the bar, but they have a good gin drink there, she said.
Yeah, gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. So anyway, I like to talk to the local people that have lived in the area for a while, and they give you the scoop, on where the real good places are. So I don't like to have the itinerary of just what travel advisors said. I personally I like to get a little bit of the local input.
For sure. And one of the things about being open to the fact that the day could unfold is it'll bring up things like if we would have scheduled an itinerary and had like all of these excursions or things planned where the whole day was filled up for every day that we were here, we never would have had that hot dog.
No,
we never would have done the lip lab. Like all of these experiences that we're having, like we knew. Shelly mentioned it a couple days before we left. Like, how do you feel about a hot air balloon? I was like, yes. It sounded scary. And about 5 minutes before we went to get on it, I was like, "Ooh, I just got nervous," because I realized I'd be sitting in a wicker basket,
in the sky,
thousands of feet in the air. What could go wrong? It was so majestic. I got emotional while we were up there.
Yeah,
because just
it's not a view that I've ever had in my whole entire
not in
life.
Open air for sure.
Yeah, not
like from
air.
A plane, you can be above the clouds, but it's different.
Not just hanging in one place, slowly taking everything in. A plane goes by fast even when you're looking, but you're smelling the air.
The smells were different.
You're feeling clouds on your skin.
There
going up through clouds.
There were full minutes of time where we were in the middle of the clouds to where everything was white. It was so cool. It was like, oh my, it's not like when you drive through fog, if you're in the fog, you don't see the fog because
the clouds are on your skin. You're breathing in a
cloud. Clouds. It was like, I was like, my God, it smells so different up here. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
And we're sitting, I was like, literally, you can't see below or above or anything.
And then it just clears.
And then all of a sudden there's the
wine and the sun.
Wine fields again. Grape fields.
So I've just never, I turned 60 and I had never IRL in real life been able to look around and be suspended in the air like that and have that view.
I wasn't afraid at all once we got on there. I was more afraid. He said, honestly, the hardest part is getting in and out. And I was like, yeah, you could have told us. But it was totally worth it. And I would say, and I've heard since yesterday, because we did a TikTok live and we were telling people, and some of the people in the live were like, well, some hot air balloons have doors. And I'm like, maybe I should look for those ones, because that was a whole situation trying to get in and out of that balloon. But I did it. I did it.
What? Now that we've done
so worth it.
We do know how to do it better the next
And
time.
that was a loft hot air balloon rides. They have multiple locations, but this was obviously the Napa one. It was really a great experience. Super affordable. I felt like it was like, with a tip, it was like $300 a person.
Yeah,
for us.
It was amazing. And if you want to have a once in a lifetime bucket list experience, which I did, that's one I would highly recommend.
And I am afraid of heights. So if you're like, oh, I'm afraid of heights, I couldn't do that. I am afraid of heights.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
the baskets are stable. They don't move around a lot. And it goes up high enough.
It doesn't swing.
Feel scary.
It doesn't swing. It's not spinning. Like it's very slow and chill.
It felt very controlled. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
And it was it's an amazing thing. And I'm glad that we, absolutely that we got down here and we planned that. We were able to arrange it because it was something I'd been thinking about. So
we planned it 2 days before though, and we were able to book it for your birthday, which is so cool.
Yeah. So we were
sometimes we miss out on things because we waited to the last minute.
Yeah.
Right.
But we were looking ahead of time, and I was, and kind of checking to see what the availability looked like. So it's like having that mix of planned, unplanned, having that mix of here's the itinerary, the bare bones of the things we must do. Now let's let some things unfold. Like the lip lab, you did have to make an appointment, but we walked into that because we had some time to walk around the square after lunch, and we found it, went in, and then booked it. Like a lot of things.
We're like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
They do custom lipsticks based on what you want.
What a fun thing to do on our birthday for a girly thing.
I was very Goldilocks about it. Like, this one's a little too light. That's a little too dark. That's a little too saturated. A little too heavy. A little. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like Goldilocks. And she's like, that's what you're paying for.
That's what
you're paying for, that customization, to where it's okay if we have to try it 50 times. Yeah. As long as we get the right thing in the end.
So I just think doing things like that are what make, some of the core memories that we created during this were the happenstance ones that just unfolded. And I'm so glad I couldn't have planned things to be that good. They had to appear and be like, yeah, I want to do that thing. I don't know that I didn't know a lip lab existed,
I
you
know
know?
that was a thing.
Yeah.
And they have 17 locations around the country, by the way, if you're interested.
We're going to try to tag everybody we've talked about in here.
Oof.
Because we want to give shout outs because these were incredible and fun things. And we'd like other people to have an opportunity to experience them.
For sure. So what we would love is to know, how do you travel? Like, what kind of things do you look for? Are you a hyper planner? Like you have to know every second what you're going to do, or are you very much just fly by the seat of your pants and see what happens? Or are you a combination like we are?
Do you have a favorite travel companion? Is there someone, maybe someone expected that you're like, oh my God, I actually really like to travel with, fill in the blank.
Do you know what I would love would be to hear people's destinations or things that they came across that surprised them? Like the hot dog for us was a big surprise that it was like, holy smokes, that was a solid recommendation. I know, it was so good. So what have been some unexpected things that have happened when you've had it can just be a day trip. It can be stuff inside your city where you're like, whoa, I was not expecting that. So we want to know those things. And as per usual, we're going to do our rapid fire questions. So Shelly, do you want to start or would you like for me to?
You can start.
Okay. Favorite grilled sandwich?
I like a grilled tuna and cheese.
Tuna melt?
Like a tuna melt, and I like it to have some relish and some onion in the tuna fish, and then like some on the sharper end of the cheddar.
Ooh,
yeah,
sharp cheddar.
So good.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Angie.
Shelly. I love that you always say my name first.
Angie.
So cute.
You got to do it. Angie. Of the wines we tasted today.
Oh.
I know, I'm making you go down memory lane. Which one is the one you would send a case of to someone else? One, you get to pick one.
The Cab Sav that was still in the barrel.
Oh, yeah.
That actually isn't going to be ready for another year.
Yeah.
That was a Wreck-It Ralph situation. I could wreck some of that. I loved everything we tried there.
Yeah. That was really good.
It was so good. I was like,
Their 2026 Cab Sav is.
I was like, is it something that is it against the rules or bad form to turn something into sangria? Like, what are the rules? She goes, if you wanted a sangria, I was like, I want to have fruit with this. So I would say that one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I agree. That was great.
Okay. Shelly. I'm going to say your name.
Okay.
Shelly.
Yes.
If you could legally change your name to any other first name, what would you want it to be?
Oh my God, that's a rough one.
I know, that's rough, buddy.
I'm 60 and I've had this one so long. I don't know that I really see myself in any other kind of name. I'd pick something easy that people could say and spell because.
Like Shelly?
Yeah, because that's worked well for me. So I'd probably, I don't know. I think I'd probably pick something that's a little different. Like my kids' names were
R.
Well, Ethan's not an R, but they were names a little different.
You said my kids' names were, and I was saying your kids' names are not.
When I picked them, I like Riley's name could be a boy or a girl name. So I kind of like the idea of it being one that's kind of a, either or, androgynous, like it can be either. I'd go Evan. I'd go with Evan.
Evan.
I'd go with Evan.
Ooh, okay. I love that.
It took me a while to get there, but yeah.
That's Evan. Okay. You got there.
All right. I did it. Okay. So Angie.
Yes.
On this trip, we've had different culinary experiences, some very fancy, high-end stuff, and we've had a gas station hot dog. Right now, if your favorite meal could appear right in front of you, what would it be?
Certainly not the niçoise salad.
No, not that one.
Oh my gosh.
Because we had that short rib.
I know, the short ribs on my birthday. Oh my God, this is going to be just ridiculous. The hot dog.
I know.
Fuck, that hot dog was so good. That was a really, really good hot dog. I would say the hot dog.
All right. I'm not surprised.
RJ wasn't
with some Cab Sav.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay. This has been another episode of Hot Flash Chronicles podcast. It means the world that you've chosen to listen to us. We absolutely love doing this. If you have ideas for episodes, topics that you would like for us to talk about, talk about on here, let us know. Give us a like, a share, a comment, anything that engages. Tell your friends about us. And most importantly, if you could leave us a 5-star review, that would be incredible. Yeah. And we will see you guys on the flip side when we are
This was our love letter to Napa. Napa, we love you. We'll be back.
We love you. And we say arrivederci. Ciao, ciao.
Bye. We'll see you later.
That's a wrap on this episode. If you laughed, related, or just need more, hit subscribe.
Check out the show notes to find us on socials and YouTube, and join our Patreon for exclusive extras.
And remember,
we're still hot, just in flashes.